Hey, first grade, welcome back to Social Studies. Today we are going to learn about states. Our target says I can explain what a state is and which state I live in. Remember, yesterday we started talking about cities and we learned that we live in the city of Harker Heights. Well, a city is pretty small. We're going to go ahead and expand that and make it a little bit bigger. And now we're going to start talking about states. But first, what is a state? A state is a large area where humans live and is made up of many cities and towns. Now, just like a city, there are invisible boundaries and common laws and government systems for each state. So that means there might be a law in Texas and that might not be a law in Nebraska. Or maybe in Iowa, you have to do something this way, and in South Dakota, you have to do something this way. So each state has things that might be a little bit different. We're going to learn tomorrow about countries and how there are common laws everywhere you go, no matter what. And just like the cities and towns, there's not really like lines drawn on the ground and on the floor everywhere to tell us where states start and stop. Yes, there are signs, but what we find is that a lot of time we have landforms like mountains and rivers and streams and things where we have the boundaries of our states. Well, what state do we live in? We live in the state of Texas. You can abbreviate it by just writing TX. Abbreviate means just to write it a little bit smaller. When we send mail, we always do the state abbreviation TX. It just kind of saves a little bit of time. Plus, it's easier to remember, oh, TX, that's Texas. Now, Texas has a nickname. It is called the Lone Star State, and it is the second largest state. Wow. A lot of people think it's the biggest state, but we know that's Alaska. So Texas is the second largest state. And if I'm looking at this map right here, I can see, oh, here is Texas. It's bright red. It has this weird kind of shape, and it's kind of all sorts of, who even knows what shape it is. Now, if I was thinking, yesterday we learned that we live in Harker Heights. Where would Harker Heights be? Right here, a little bit under the S in Texas, is about where Harker Heights would be. So here's Texas, and then if I zoom in, I would be able to see Harker Heights. So that is the state that we live in. Well, what are some other states? Well, another state would be California. California's abbreviation would be CA, and it has the nickname the Golden State. Another state would be here, right here. This red is California. See, it's a different shape. Then over here, I have Arkansas. It is AR. That's its abbreviation. And Arkansas is the natural state. You have other states like Missouri is the show me state, Florida is the sunshine state, New York is the empire state. Every state has an abbreviation and a nickname. Now, you might have lived in other states, you maybe have just visited other states. There's a lot of things similar about them, but each state is different. And we're going to talk about that next week, about some of the leaders in each state. It's your turn. I need you to write or record yourself saying what state we live in. Then write or record yourself saying our state abbreviation and our nickname. Make sure you push that green check mark when you're done.